Today we're going to actually do a little numbering lettering on the trucks because every truck needs divisional unit markings and it's vehicle registration number. Now the numbering on the vehicles per se doesn't matter too much. We borrowed this from a picture of a truck in Europe, but C stands for obviously the Canadian vehicle. The Z stands for a 800 weight or 1500 weight. This is a 1500 weight. The 42 is the sequential number that they started with in 1942, so it shouldn't say 44, 43, or 45, it's always 42. And then however the vehicles were lined up when they were given numbers is how they got all of this. So this is the vehicle registration number. Now on the front and the rear of the vehicle, on the left-hand side is the division markings. So this one is the 5th Armored Division. And this is the Perth Regiment. This here is a bridge classification sign. I'm sure people have seen a bunch of Army trucks with numbers on the front and curious what they are. So different bridges obviously take different weight. So if you rolled up on a bridge and it had a sign that said 6 and your vehicle has a 5, it means you can cross it. But if you came up to a bridge that was a 4 and you were a 5, you cannot. So the lower number compared to what's on the bridge, you can go over. If your number's higher than the bridge, you can't.
Something tells me I got that wrong.
Yeah, I think you duplicated your the square versus
Well, the
number.
45 is bigger than the 61 because of the numbers.
Oh, yes, I got the. I didn't measure.
All right, time to start with the unit markings on this. In 1942, they went different. So if this was, say, the HUP or the 15 hundredweight that you've seen before, it has CZ, 42, and then 5 other digits. But this is 1940, beginning of the war. It's going to end up just being, actually says the unit, the vehicle type, and then the CFR. Well, the reason I have the tape is to help me space everything out. And also, if I would make what's called the side curtains, or the windows for the door, it's mostly canvas. It overhangs a bit. So now I have all of the markings on. It's quite easy to read. So 2 medium regiment Royal Canadian Artillery. The Z stands for 800 weight, 1500 weight truck. The 40 is the year it came into service. The 1 meant it went to the Army. If it was Air Force, it would be 2. And then the 3863 is the number of the truck. So it's the 3,863rd truck that is in the system. It doesn't match the serial number on the vehicle because it was just a lineup of trucks sitting there. I've actually have seen in war diaries where an 800 weight and a 1500 weight are sitting next to each other and they're sequential. So it didn't matter. It was, they just literally went down the line and just painted numbers on the doors. And now to get this side sorted out. I wish it was that easy all the time. So the 2 trucks that still need to get their markings on it at this time is the 1600 weight. We do have the weight classification and the 3000 weight. We haven't figured out what markings we're going to put on yet. Considering this is a signals van, it is probably an Army asset or higher because there's no blackout curtains to hide it from enemy light. So that means it's way behind lines. We're going to have a think on that one. And since the 3000 weight is a combination of a light artillery tractor and a engineered derrick box, we're probably just going to go with engineer markings. So we're probably going to choose a squadron that was in Italy. More to follow on that. But back onto the 3 trucks that do have all the markings. My 800 weight, it's got everything. 1500 weight's pretty much got everything, but the HUP still needs a couple little things. So we're gonna have to get the bridge classification signed, and we also need to finish off the battery markings. So this vehicle is done up in 1st Canadian Army, the 19th Canadian Field Regiment. Now this regiment was a Army asset level, so they got moved around and was technically called was independent, hence why we have this white stripe. We have doing this up as the 3rd battery. The 3rd battery is the 99th Regiment out of Wingham, Ontario. So this is a bit of a tribute to a family friend that was in the regiment. So we have to put a letter K on here, and that would be the survey officer. Survey officer is one who figures out how to lay out all the guns ahead of the rest of the units. So this vehicle will go ahead and figure all that out. And that's about it. I hope you didn't get bored of me putting all of the markings on these trucks. Some of it's missing because I forgot to film some of it. And thanks to my friend Angie, she was also one who helped with markings on these two trucks as well. Until next time, enjoy.